We've been here for many years to talk about the early days of single sideband, how we evolved from those days when the ham bands were mostly CW and amplitude modulation. Back in 1951, the first commercial single sideband adapter went on the air, and we've evolved a long way since those times. On this evening, I've got something called Cheap and Easy SSB, which is a homebrew transmitter out of QST in the mid-1950s. That was built in recent times by KG7TR, who sat down and built a homebrew receiver to go with it. And as far as I know, this is the only vintage style radio built according to the specifications of those times. It's usually used to call a net. Anyway, buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related, and this is a great place to ask for technical advice if you're working on a vintage radio, and that's why we consider this a public service net. All right, I'm going to take 4 or 5 people here. We got at least 3, 4 net controls, and everybody's going to get a chance. So, first guy I heard, I think, was my neighbor. How about WB5TXW? Talk to us, George.
Why, hello, Lynn, and all around the net from WB5TXW for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. Sure got cold all of a sudden, or cool at least. So I'm on the usual S line, 32S175S3 to 30L1. All the relays are clickety-clacking, the Shure 444 out to the dipole or inverted V in the side yard there, and everything seems to be working, and that's the way it ought to be. Over.
Well, you're ahead of me. My S-line, when I went to get on 20 meters Sunday, didn't come on, so I've got something with the either the relay that keys the power supply or something else going on, so you're ahead of me at the moment.
I don't want to do any diagnosis for you. Of course, other people's problems are much more interesting than my own. Did it receive, or what didn't it do? Over.
Transmitter wouldn't come on. Didn't even light up.
Oh, bad words to that. Over.
Right. Good to hear you, George. What else?
Well, that's about it. Just wondering, the band sounds real nice tonight. It's amazing. I can't believe it's just cold air blowing in, because sometimes we have air blowing in and we get all kinds of static from the quartz crystals, I think. Over.
Probably so.
Well, that's about it. Everybody have a good evening. WB5TXW back to net.
All right, George, good to hear you. The station sounds great. KC5L, talk to us, Tom.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and everyone on the net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight we're talking on the Central Electronics 200B with a D104 microphone, and it's driving the 600L amplifier. And it's doing about 350 watts into Johnson KW Matchbox, and a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And Lynn, you're cheap and easy, sounding great as usual. And I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. KC5L.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nicely done, Tom. Good to hear you this evening. Now, I heard an AF5BI, I think. James, is that you? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. That AF5BI is James in Uvalde.
Is he here?
I don't know. James, are you still here?
Well, maybe he'll resurface, Jay. Let's move on down the road. But I thought we heard him earlier. Okay, KE5Q, talk to us, Jim.
All right, K5LYN. This is KE5Q. Good evening, everybody. Copying everybody pretty good. Jim here in Plano. Hear the phone ringing, but I think it's probably spam over there somewhere. Anyway, tonight we're just testing the remote. So we're on the boat anchor 7300. Just kidding. Anyway, this is the 7300, and that's going into the Clipperton L to the double bazooka 8040, and looks like the band sounded pretty good here. K5LYN, this is KE5Q, remote.
Okay, very nicely done, Jim. Good to hear you. And your signal's back up, so whatever we heard must have just been a fluke a while ago. All right. Hey, Henry, how about it? W5HHW, talk to us.
Well, good morning, everybody. I've kind of changed my amplifier out I was on a little bit earlier with. This is W5 HHW in Brownsboro, Texas, about 20 miles west of our big town over there. And so I'm running like a CS520, like I was last week, CS520 with a DC on the back, one of the originals. I did swap the amplifier out a while ago. I'm running a 30S1 Collins. I'm driving it with the 520, about 700 watts out. The antenna's inverted V, and the weather's nice and cool. Hope everybody had a great day, and back to net control.
Hey, Henry, I didn't know you had a 30S1. Has that a new acquisition, or you've had it lurking in the closet somewhere?
No, actually, I got it from old Sammy, my friend there in College Station, right out of College Station, and I went through it real fine, changed all the resistors, capacitors, and kind of did a little bit of overhaul on it. It's been working real good.
Well, you know, I've been a Collins fan for a long time. In fact, I'm one of the early people in the Collins Collector Association. Out of all the Collins stuff that I've had, the 30S1's the one I never want another one again, so you're a very courageous person, I think.
Oh, I agree with you. It's hard to work on. I'll tell you, I will say real quickly when I'll turn it back to you, but I did lose my temper a few times.
Well, I understand that. I lost mine a lot. That laying down on the floor and sticking my head up in there didn't work for me too well.
Yeah, I understand. You got to have I probably got some of that myself.
Yeah. Good to hear you, Henry. Anything else for the group this evening? And you're a very courageous person. I'm certain of it.
Oh, I'm just a hard head. That's all it is. I don't give up. I just keep it going till I get it going. But anyway, good afternoon. That's about all I got here. Hope everybody had a great day.
Yeah, great to hear you. All right, I had another call on my list. It's K5KXE. I might not have that right. Sir, you still out there somewhere?
That is correct. K5 Kilo X-Ray Delta, Wood County in northeast Texas. It's called Wood County because we're out here in the woods. We're running a Yaesu FT101 Echo with a 1200 amplifier, peaking about 800 watts. With an Electro Voice 616 slimline microphone. Sure am enjoying the old vintage radio sounds, and nothing sounds like this old stuff. It ain't perfect, but it's good enough. Back to net control.
Yeah, sort of a sport, you know. It's all hands on deck and a lot of fun. I always wonder about a radio that does everything for you and you don't really do anything to it except turn it on. So this is kind of more my style. Nice signal in Dawson. Good to hear you this evening. Hey, my neighbor, N5NEN, bring us up to date, Paul.
Okie doke. Thank you, Lynn. This is Paul, N5NEN. I'm out here on the edge of Austin toward Bee Cave, and I'm talking on a Swan 350 with a Shure mic. And I'm barefoot to a 148-foot tuned wire that seems to work. And I'm just glad of getting out there. And since I talked to Lynn earlier, I know that's happening to somebody, at least close by. And I hope all else can hear. The band sounds really good to me out here tonight. So glad to know everybody. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to all. From N5NEN, K5LYN, N5NEN, back to you.
Very nicely done, Paul, and that Swan is as good as it gets, absolutely, and your signal's quite nice, so nice work on the antenna there. Well, hey, Jay, that's all I had on my early list. You want to pick it up and run with it? What do you think? And I think Doug said he wanted to be third. Over to you, K5LYN.
Yeah, okay, Lynn. Yeah, we'll give her a shot. I'm also on a Swan 350. This is JKM5QS, and this Swan 350, I'm driving it to distraction with an Electro Voice 664A, going into a Kenwood TL922 through a MV5A tuner to a homebrew open wire line 160 meter doublet. I have to call it a doublet. Somebody told me it's not a dipole, it is a doublet. So anyway, whatever works. I do not have anybody else on the list, so I'm open for check-ins. Come now.
WB5DYA.
Delta 5 Foxtrot X-Ray.
Okay, I've got 3, I think, here, so let me do that. Let's see, OZZ was first.
It's Don in New Caney, Texas. Tonight I'm using an SB34 transceiver with an amplifier SB208 behind it, an SB about 600 watts. And the antenna's double bazooka, 45 feet. Over.
Okay, Don. Sounding good. It's working for you. Working for you pretty good. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Cliff, DYA, go ahead.
Good evening to the net. Here is Whiskey Bravo 5, Delta Yankee Alpha, WB5 DYA in Cedar Park. Handle here is Cliff. Got some visitors in here. We're all having a good time. And the band is in really good shape. Low noise over here. And everybody's sounding pretty good. So back to next. Oh, we're on a Kenwood station, 890 and a Tintec 417 to a fan dipole up about 50 feet. So back to net control from WB5 DYA.
Alrighty, Cliff. It's sounding great. Of course, it's Kenwood, so it should. But anyway, thanks, sir, for checking in. And I think I heard Bob out there, KA5CXG. Did I hear you out there, Bob? No, possibly not. I heard someone with an X in the suffix of their call.
Kilo 5, Delta Hotel Echo.
Delta Hotel Echo. Jim, go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. We're also talking on a Swan tonight. Ours is a beautiful example of 500 Swan. And the microphone is the Shure 444. And they have an antenna tuner that's a Drake Mike November 2000 tuner. And the antenna tonight is my Bruxcom antenna. It's about 130 feet long. I've had it for about 15 years, and it works just pretty nice. It's up about 35 to 40 feet in the air. And basically, we don't have an afterburner on this thing. We're talking just straight into the microphone, into the radio. So however much a Swan 500 puts out, which I don't know, is I guess I hope it's doing okay. And I'd like to hear how the quality of my signal is. This K5DHE in Granbury, Texas. Over.
Well, Jim, I have no problem with your signal. You're 20 over down here, and it's clean, it's clear, it sounds great.
Well, Jay, that's good to hear. That's the best report you've ever given me. You're 20 over, 15 to 20 over here in the Granbury, and your signal is really, really nice and clear. So is everybody else's though tonight. I guess the band is not as noisy as it usually is.
Yeah, it's quieting down. It was kind of noisy earlier, but it's a little better now. Alrighty, let's see. I'm going to make a minor adjustment here while I'm talking, and I can see where our signal is. There we go. Alrighty. No, it sounds good, Jim. It really does. Thank you, sir. Alrighty, next victim for the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Come now.
Kilo.
Somebody's keyed down. I heard a Kilo Delta 5, question mark?
Yeah, Kilo Delta 5, Foxtrot X-ray. Do you copy?
Foxtrot X-ray. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening. I'm just barefoot tonight. Usually run the amp, but I'm trying to test it out a different antenna. Just put up a in-fed half wave for this band a couple of days ago. Thought I'd try it out tonight. It's definitely quieter, and signals are pretty good, although it looks like if it's due south of me, I seem to be picking up better on the dipole, which runs east and west, and that makes sense. Tonight I'm on the antique Flex Radio 8600. It's about 3 months old. Testing out this antenna, and I normally operate my Collin QWM2A with a 30L1. but I'm just messing around on the other radio tonight to see how things work on these this new antenna. So I'm copying you pretty good up here in Oklahoma. Oh, by the way, the name is Dave, and I'm in north central Oklahoma. Over.
All right. That's a good place to be. Oh, hadn't been to Oklahoma in a long time, but anyway, yes, sir. Your sound is working for you down here. You're about 9-ish units or so, but I can copy just about everything just fine.
Okay, roger that. 73, and Merry Christmas.
All right, thank you, sir. Thanks for checking in. This is KM5QS with Boat Anchors Unlimited taking check-ins. Come now.
November 5, Tango Mike Lima.
Okay, Tango Mike Lima, I have you, and there was another one underneath him. Who was the other?
Whiskey 0, Juliet Lima Golf.
I didn't quite copy.
Whiskey 0, Japan, London, Germany, over.
Whiskey 0, Japan, Germany, is that right?
Yeah, London, Germany.
London, Germany, okay. If you can hear him better, Lynn, let me catch, not FX, let me catch the first one, and then you can probably hear him better than I do.
I think that was Doug.
Okay. Let me get N5TML. Go ahead, sir.
This is N5TML. Good evening to the net. Handle is Tim, Tango India Mike. I'm on a modern Kenwood with a Tintec amplifier putting out about 1,000 watts up into a dipole up about 50 feet. Band sounding real good. Let's see, I'm in Cedar Park, Texas. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. N5TML, back to net.
Okay, I got you. I had drifted a little bit, and I think I'm back on now. Thank you, Tim. Sounds good. All righty. Let me see. What am I doing here? Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Lynn, if you want to pick up that other station, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't hear that person. Doug, was that you?
Yes. Okay. Good evening, everybody. This is Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. The Japan-London Gulf, Japan-London Germany station, tuned to my voice. You're off frequency, and I think you're probably tuned to Jay. He's on a wonderful swan like me, a Swan 500. So the station, Japan-London Germany. Come back checking in the Boat Anchors Net. Over.
Okay, real fine. How am I doing? I should be logged in on you, over.
Perfect. How are you tonight? Give me your full call and first name, please, and your operating conditions. Over. The name here is Doug.
Okay, Doug. Nice copy. S9, straight up S9. Name here is Jim, Juliet India Mike. You used to check into this net years ago and got way late. Finally got some time to get back into it again. So I'm glad to hear you boys are still operating. The call is Whiskey 0, Juliet Lima Golf. Name is Jim, Juliet India Mike. I'm up north of you in Omaha, Nebraska, and we're also running Swan 500 Charlie, about 250 watts, running a Silver Eagle D104 into it, homemade wire up off the side of the tower. Over.
Oh yeah, very good, Jim. W0. Juliet Lima, Germany. Fantastic. You're plus 10, plus 15. There is a little bit of QR Nancy. I guess we're having a small lightning storm down there by Baton Rouge, down here in Louisiana. They're there, I should say, not too far from us. But anyway, the band is in great condition. What are you talking on tonight, Jim? One more time. W0 JLG. This is WB1E.
Okay, Doug. Swan 500 Charlie. Barefoot, about 250 watts. Silver Eagle microphone, running it through a big Dentron tuner up to the wire, homemade wire hanging on the tower, over.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's what you said. I'm sorry. Yeah, same here. The microphone, I think you were running a, tell me your microphone. That was the original question. Over.
Okay, it's a static G104 Silver Eagle, over.
Okay, that's right. Okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was another one. There's been quite a few swans in tonight checking in, so I'm already lost. I should have been taking notes. It's an Electro Voice 638 here, and a Swan 500, no suffix. All right, fantastic. Well, Jay, thanks for checking in, Jim. Look forward to some more action from north of us up in Nebraska. Yeah, plus 15 on that last bout. Jay, would you want me to take it for a couple more? Over.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Doug, since you're already in the saddle.
All right, thanks a lot. All right, guys, WB Winnie here in Bryan, Texas. It's going up with some coax up to an inverted V, I guess, at 90 feet is the transmission height there. Just no transformer, just straight into the wires. So any more check-ins for the boat anchors net, come now.
Zero Golf Victor Kilo. Kilo Juliet 5 Golf Quebec Mike.
Whiskey 0 Kilo Papa X-ray.
Okay, Whiskey 0 Papa X-ray. I think I got most of that. Well, that's 3. I'll start off with Golf Victor Kilo. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net.
Good evening, Doug and Annette. This is N0 Golf Victor Kilo, heard up here in south central Nebraska. And this evening, Doug, I'm running a set of Kenwood twins. These are the original 599 twins, not the A or D's, silver face. And I'm using a 444 Shure microphone, and I'm running those into my Galaxy 2000B amplifier, 10-6LB6s, putting out about 700 watts into the off-center fed antenna up 30 feet. WB1E from N0GBK.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I love that amplifier. Dang. 599s, did they come with boxes, and do the boxes look brand new? Over.
This particular pair, I did not get boxes. I did get original boxes for a set of 599 Deltas that do look like brand new.
Yeah, I tell you, Jay picked up a pair that was spotted down here in Belton, Texas. And good grief, it looked like it was just came off the showing floor that day. I couldn't believe him. Talk about beauty. It just, my eyes are crossed. And Jay happened to walk by, and I showed him. I said, hey, look at those. And guess who walked home with them? Hi. So, all right, well, very good. Thanks for checking in. Next on the list, Kilo Victor 5, Golf Golf Quebec Mike. We'll just start with that. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. Over.
Hey, Doug, thanks for picking me up. This is KJ5 DQM out of Mesa, Texas tonight. And I'm running debuting a different radio for me today. A couple weeks ago, I mentioned I had a TR3 that I was working on, and that's what I'm on tonight. The rest of my rig is pretty much what I've been using. My mic is a static 10DA running through a Drake MN2000 matching network and into a in-fed half wave. And there is no amp in there. I am running barefoot tonight. Everybody sounds good, and I'm even hearing our friends in Nebraska tonight, which I usually can't hear, so conditions must be pretty good. Back to you, Doug.
Oh, that sounds great. Hey, thanks a lot. You're doing, let's see here, about plus 10, plus 15, so not too bad barefoot. easily copyable Q5 all the way, and the band is in fantastic shape. This is as good as I've seen it this year, or for a long time, since the last winter probably even a little better. It's nice to kind of know that Mother Nature's on your side as far as what we can do with the doggone ham radio. But imagine if other people were up in your area, we would hear them just fine. So it's all about the numbers. Well, thanks for checking in, and look forward to next time. Next on the list, Whiskey Zero PX. Is that correct? Papa X-ray, over.
Yes, Whiskey Zero Kilo Papa X-ray. The name here is Sean, Sierra Echo Alpha November, and I'm located about 60 miles southwest of St. Louis, Missouri. And everybody's sounding great tonight. Well, yeah, the band is in great condition tonight. Usually, if I listen to this net, I have to turn the RF gain down because of all the band noise. But I've got it full open tonight, and it's nice and quiet. And you're coming in at about 40 over, so just great conditions tonight. I'm running a Heathkit Hot Water 12 into an end-fed half-wave 80 meter. It's about 20-25 feet up in the air, and running barefoot and using a Shure hand mic. So that's the setup here, and I'll send it back to net control, W0 KPX.
All right, Sean, fantastic. W0 Kilo Papa X-ray, about 50 miles south of St. Louis, is running a Heathkit HW12 barefoot. His antenna is a end-fed half-wave. These things are getting popular. You better look at them one more time. It sounds like a great camping antenna. It's probably why I ended up with it anyway, and I really never realized it in my creative younger days, doing remote operations, the old end-fed half-wave at about rooftop, 25-foot heights. Fantastic. Way to go. Well done, Sean. Anything else for the net tonight, over?
Nothing else. So say 7-3, and everybody have a Merry Christmas, and back to W0 KPX.
Okay, fantastic, Sean. Thanks for checking in. Look forward to next time. Well done, sir. All right, that leaves the list empty. I'll take a couple more check-ins if they're out there, and if not, I'll send it over to Mr. Rusty. But until then, this is WB1E. Name is Doug. This is the Boat Anchors Net, and we're taking check-ins if you have general interest in tube-type radios, transceivers, receivers, transmitters, and these are mainly the older sideband. But this one here will do AM also. Not much, but it'll do it. But anyway, check in to the Boat Anchors Net. Come now. Kilo November 4, is that correct, over? Oh boy, you just took a dive. Give me that call one more time. Okay, yeah, you're just a hair off frequency, a hair up frequency. I have Kilo November 4, something Hotel Mike, I think. But if you can't tune to my voice, I think you're a hair up the band. It would be a little easier for me to pick you up. So anyway, we'll try it one more time. Kilo November 4 question mark, come now.
You're off frequency a little bit, Doug.
Okay, nothing like a swan. Coming back on frequency. Okay, sorry about that. Kilo November 4, one more time. I'll pick you up this time. Okay, any more check-ins for the Boat Anchors Net? Please come now.
Kilo Delta 5, Delta Yankee.
Okay, Kilo Delta 5, Delta Yankee. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net.
Thank you very much. North Central Mississippi, Starkville, home of Mississippi State University, and what used to be MFJ Electronics. Tonight I'm on Kenwood 520, running with an 811 amplifier, Meritron, doing all center fed. Roger.
And a Meritron amplifier, well, you're a company man, that is for sure. And I hope you guys. How many people? Do you know how many people that were employed there in Starkville that are unemployed due to MFJ going out of business? I don't know if that's an appropriate question, but is it 100 or any idea? Over.
I think at their heyday they had about 450, maybe more or less. I think they're down to 6 now, plus a couple office people that are staying around. They announced that they were closing officially on May 17, 2025. The announcement was made on May 17, 2024 to stay open in our warranty work and to do repair work and finish up some contracts they had. And after May 17, 2025, you don't hold me to this, but I understand they'll have probably a sale for whatever manufacturing equipment's left there, Roger.
Got it. 100% QSL. Well, MFJ, always compelling to hold some of their equipment in your hand. They really did break the bank when it came to supplying good priced equipment. So wish them well, whatever happens to them. Well, your 520 with your 811 in the back, keeping your feet warm is working well. So enjoy the evening. Conditions are great. All right, Rusty, I'm going to send it over to you, sir. I'm sure there's still some fish in the pond. Thanks, everybody, for checking in. And 7-3 all, I'll listen out. WB1E, Rusty, are you here, sir? Over. Or let me do this right. WK5R, this is WB1E, over.
WB1E, WK5R. Mighty fine there, Doug. Appreciate it. Well, folks, this is WK5R. Name is Rusty. I'm located in Northeast Texas, about halfway between Dallas and Tyler, and you're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. I am running a Yaesu FTDX10, a Tascam TM70 microphone by TEC. That's a Dynamic Studio broadcast mic. And the radio is driving the homebrew GS35B amplifier, about a kilowatt. And that goes through a homebrew tuner in bypass mode right now. And that goes out to the homebrew fan dipole at about 50 feet with legs for 40, 80, and 160. And that's up at about 50 feet. And that's the operation conditions here. So with that, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
WJ.
Got you for the count, Jim.
Roger.
Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
AC5XP.
AC5XP. Go ahead. Believe that is Kenneth.
Roger on Kenneth. Yeah, I just didn't get out here to getting out there warmed up, so I'm on my old 7300 running barefoot, but I got a homebrew antenna and a homebrew bell on. Love Boat Anchors. Got a whole bunch of them over here just to get them fired up today. That's all I got over here in Brownwood. This Kenny, back to you, AG5XP.
Okay, Kenneth, sounding good there. As long as you're interested in what we do, you don't have to be on a boat anchor. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you later. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo 5, Lima Tango.
Go ahead, Lyle.
Good evening. This is Lyle, Lima Yankee Lima Echo, located outside of Bernie, Texas. And tonight I am running on the refurbished T-Kit SB101. And it's made a whole week without breaking down on me, so I'm happy about that. Still got the amplifier I need to fix, but we're making progress, slowly but surely. Nothing new going on this week. Just got finished cleaning up in the kitchen and came back on the radio and heard y'all on, so thought I'd jump in here. And but nothing else, just waiting for Christmas. All the kids to get home here. They're showing up the next couple of days, so it's going to get crazy around here. So y'all have a good Christmas, and we'll talk to y'all later on. K5LP, back to you.
All right, Lyle, sounding good there on the Yaesu there. Appreciate that, and same to you and yours there for the holidays. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. anybody, anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Come now. Well, as Doug said, Lynn, we might have fished the pond dry, so back over to you, K5LY and WK5R.
Very nicely done, Rusty. Hey, I might be a little bit high in frequencies. What do you think?
You're good. Go ahead.
All right, let's go with it. Hey, K5LY and Lynn returning here on the cheap and easy SSB from mid-1950s QST, a homebrew station. Hey, let me see if Barry is still here. KJ5GQM. Barry, you still there by any chance?
Roger, go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, I got your email. I'll get together with you tomorrow morning.
Roger that, thanks. How's this TR3 sounding to you?
Oh, it's spectacular. I wish I could have gotten mine to sound that good. Yeah, we'll work something that'll be to your liking, I think.
All right, roger that. Looking forward to talking to you.
All right, well done. Good to hear you this evening. All right, who else wants to talk vintage radio to a homebrew station, one of the only ones nationwide that's regularly used to call in a net? I'm listening.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward, David X-Ray.
Hey, Byron, you're always the main man this time of the evening.
Well, I like to be last, if not least. Tonight we're on the SB102 that I've been running for the last 2 months. I keep fiddling with this thing. I'm kind of anal about it. Today I had the LMO out of the rig and sitting on the bench and hot wired over to the rig so I could do the so I could have access to the trimmer capacitor and inductor and actually align this thing. There's no alignment instructions anywhere, but I kind of figured it out what did what, and I got the band spread set correctly so that it matches the dial for a change.
Alpha India 5,
that had been annoying me.
John, and Colleen.
Learned a lot there. If anybody ever tears into a SB102 and does any LMO work, there's very little you can do, but at least I know how to align it high. So, barefoot, of course, inverted B, D104 mic. That's the story here. I guess a week from tonight we'll be getting on here and talking about how the old Christmas meal went. So I hope everybody has a great week leading up to Christmas and stay healthy. I finally got over my cold, so I thank God for that. The nose has quit running, and I sound like myself on the radio, I think. So good evening to everybody on the net. We'll see y'all next week. The Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray.
Very nicely done. That LMO you talked about, that's one of the reasons I've always kind of hidden from those radios. But nice work on your part, and nice signal on a night that seems to be mostly swans, and what a great collection of swans we've heard tonight. Yeah, this is K5LY and Lynn in Austin. Did I hear an AI5 trying to get in? I'm listening. Well, maybe not. Anybody else want to talk vintage radio while we're hanging out here? Talk to us.
K5, Delta, Hotel Echo.
Hi, Jim. Talk to us.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Byron if I'm going to be talking on that 102 after Christmas. Is Santa Claus coming to me?
Well, I hope so. I'm getting it's getting down to the wire, so just got to get this LMO back buttoned up in this thing, and this is what it's going to sound like over.
Well, I'm a patient soul. I'll get off here and let these people talk. K5DAT, standing by waiting for Santa Claus.
Okay. And you guys got together. Nicely done. Hey, let me see if there's anybody else wants to talk to me. Failing that, we'll pass it around the table one more time. Anybody for K5LYN? I'm listening. Well, Jay, you want to take a round here?
Alrighty, we'll do see what we got, and then I guess what happened. Alright, it's KF5QS, and maybe I'm still on. It looks like I might still be close to the frequency. Anyways, anyone else for the Boat Anchors net? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 5 Oscar Lima Delta.
KC5 OLD, go ahead, sir.
We're talking tonight on the more modern radio because that's what we got. today. And we just got a wire on the fence out there running about 80 watts into it. What you hear is what we got.
Okay, well, it sounds good. It's you know, at least these things can hear we can hear the new ones too. So anyway, thanks for checking in. Anything else? I guess that was it. All right, anyone else for the boat anchors come now?
Whiskey Delta Zero Alpha Alpha Hotel.
WD0AAH. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen. This is Whiskey Delta Zero Alpha Alpha Hotel. Handler's Mark. Home QTH is Surprise, Nebraska. We're a small town located about 80 miles straight west of Omaha. And just wanted to tune in and say hi. Didn't have time to get one of my tube rigs fired up, so I'm using modern day ASU. Just wanted to say hi and thanks for running the net from WD0AAH.
Thank you, Mark. No problem. It's kind of fun to do it. Keep this whole stuff smoking. Well, we don't really smoking, but you know what I mean. Thanks for checking in. Nebraska is doing fine down here this evening. KM5QS with the Boat Anchors Net. Have a good evening, sir, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you one and all down south too, my friend.
All right. Anyone else while we're here?
NG5 and right.
Oops, I didn't quite catch that. Say again?
It's Norway, Germany, 5, Norway. November, Golf 5, November. NG5N.
No, November 5, Norway, NG5N?
NG5N. November, Golf 5, November. Ferris, Texas. Good evening.
Okay, I got it. I'm sorry. I may be down the band a little bit. But go ahead, sir.
All right, that's all. You have a good evening and Merry Christmas to you there. This is Norway, Germany 5, Norway, and Ferris, Texas. Name's Jerry. 7-3. God bless.
All right. Well, thanks for checking in. Let's see. Who was after me? It was, it was that fellow in Doug over there, WB1E. You want to see if there's a few more?
Doug, Jay, you're pretty far up the band, I think. Hey, WB1E, Doug, you still there? Yeah, okay, yeah. At least it sounds to me like you're probably a ways up there. Let's see if this sounds any better now, Jay, over.
Okay, yeah, I think I found you.
Oh, yeah, you're great now. Well, shall we give it to Rusty?
Might as well.
Rusty, take it and put the shoes on if nobody talks to us anymore. Well, boy, our thing's playing out already. WK5R. Hey, Rusty, you there? Well, maybe not. Maybe we've done it. Anybody want to talk vintage radio before we close this thing down tonight? K5LYN. Lynn and Austin, I'm listening. If you're not familiar with the fact that we have a YouTube site, go to Boat Anchors Net, Boat Anchor Net, and you can hear the audio of many of our nets on there. You'll get a great experience hearing what you sounded like on the radio on YouTube. So, anybody need to talk to me? If not, 73s, K5LYN, listening out.